Hello, this is Mike with Karcheckz doing a pre-purchase inspection on this 2011 Toyota 4Runner. I'm going to do a walk around the exterior. Headlights have a little fading on top there. Looks like the grill has some chips. We got some on the hood as well, and the bumper. Little tiny ones. I do believe this front bumper's been painted before. It's hard to tell, but I can see there's just a little variation in the paint. It's very close. And the bumper's off just a little bit here on the back corner. There's a little area to show the spray. They didn't do a bad job though. Looks pretty close. There's this side. And got a little overspray on the screws. The tires were made in the 22nd week of 21. There's the thickness. Has a lot of life. Brake pads are very thick. Alright, here's the antenna. Looks like the base of it's broke. You're gonna hear a little noise when you get on the road sometimes. That's what it will do. Alright, looks like the window seal is rotten. Here it's supposed to be like a slide guard that goes along with that, so when it rains the water doesn't go in the door. And it looks like these seals need to be replaced. There's what it would be if it had one. Looks like it had a little touch-up paint here on the door, maybe some there. This one's got a little ding right here, and a little chip there. This tire is very new as well, same brand as the front, and it has a lot of thickness. The rear brake pads also look pretty good. This little trim on the thing is cracked. Got some scratches there on the top piece. It's a little faded. I see some overspray on the tire. Looks like the rear bumper has been painted as well. And on the back corner here, this doesn't stay very well. Looks like that could be an easy fix. And the color is slightly different. It's very close. It's about as close as somebody could get it. There's a couple areas they did a little touch-up job. Alright, we got the same tire again. Very new. Lots of tread. Brake pad's still usable. The rears are definitely worn down more than the front. I'd say the backs, I give them probably about a 60% left. Front's probably about a 80s. I noticed it has wheel locks. I would recommend removing those so you don't have any trouble. If you ever get a flat, can't find it, you're in big trouble. Not a fan of wheel locks. Actually, these fronts do have like very newer rotors. These front pads have a lot of life. And I got some overspray on there from when the bumper was painted on the car. Notice this trim here is a little faded. Looks like this vehicle's been sitting outside most of its life. Outside doesn't look too bad considering the front and rear bumper's been painted. They didn't do a terrible job. It's got a little cosmetic things going on overall. Outside so far doesn't look too bad. We'll have to take a look underneath. Let's check it out. All right, here's the underneath. All right, looks like this one has an oil leak on the front of the engine. And it looks like it potentially will drip on the driveway. And this is a two-wheel drive. Alright, so this leak could potentially be the power steering pump, or it could be a front timing cover leak or a valve cover gasket leak. So we'll have to look a little deeper. But that is the view from the bottom. And it's around that pump area, and it runs down the engine, drips. Looks like the oil pan gasket has some seepage. It looks like it could potentially leave a drop too. Is normal for these with the mileage to have some gasket leak. Just need to go ahead and change the gaskets that are leaking, and it looks pretty decent under here. This strut shaft is a little wet. Usually when they are doing that, they're early stages of fail. We'll find out on a test drive, see if there's any noise or any kind of weird movement. But this strut potentially could be going bad. I don't see any rust under here. Looks like a vehicle that hasn't been driven on a salty road yet. This rear shock also appears to be discharging also. That one is for the mileage. It's probably getting due to need shocks and struts. Alright, this one as well. We'll have to see if it's symptomatic over some real big bumps. Alright, there's a little cracking to the rear bars, the bushings. A little bit of overspray here. Looks like there's some dirt in there. You might have to, if you plug in a trailer, you're gonna have to clean those out. That one's fine. Spare tire's a little bit low. Shouldn't be able to do that. Other than those items I mentioned, it does look pretty good under here. As far as the rear differential, I don't think it's ever been serviced. Would highly recommend doing a fluid exchange. It's pretty simple. They pull the plug, they add it up here. Put some fresh fluid in, it'll save you some trouble later. Maintenance, maintenance, maintenance. And the transmission as well looks to be, the fluid would be original because these bolts don't have any indication of removal. So I would recommend a transmission filter and service. Alright, here we go into the OBD scan. We have a trouble code for the B2313 backdoor power window position seal. Characteristics data not memorized. So it looks like this is a not serious code. Would have to go to the dealer and go through the process about that. May just need to be calibrated or something. All system following are okay, which there's the engine. All those modules are good. There's no issues there. So there's no, the computer, the scanner has not received any trouble for the green area. There's the vehicle mileage. Matches the scan.